A warm greetings to one and all. In this session, let's learn about Introduction to Expert Systems. An expert system is a computer program that thinks and makes decisions like a human expert. Yes, it helps people by giving advice, suggestions, and solutions. Few real-time examples for expert systems are IPL team owners may request experts in helping to pick up the players for their teams. Employees may ask financial advisors for investment advice. It is working based on the rules, that is like, if this happens, then do that. It also applies reasoning to suggest a solution. It is mainly used in medical field for diagnosing the disease and in financial department for investment planning, space research, engineering, and more. Let's check out the history of expert system. Earlier in 1943, rule-based systems by E. Post was developed. It was using if-then rules in order to develop the expert systems. Later in 1961, general problem solver by A. Newell and H. Simon was being developed. The famous expert systems are Dendral, which is mainly used in chemistry, and Meisen, which is mainly used in medical field. The functions of expert systems are used to solve the problems, make predictions, helps in diagnosis and monitoring. It also assists in planning and decision making. Now let's explore the architecture of expert systems. There are two main components. The first comes knowledge base. It is mainly used to store all the expert knowledge. There are two types of knowledge to be stored in the knowledge base. The first comes factual knowledge. It is common and agreed upon fact. For example, sun rises in the east. So this is a common knowledge which we all agree upon the fact. Next comes heuristic knowledge. It is mainly based on experience and it helps in making better predictions. For example, solving the mathematical equation, predicting the weather forecast, and so on. The next comes the inference mechanisms. It mainly used the knowledge base in order to make decisions or give some suggestions to the users. It applies rules to reach the conclusion from the given facts. Now let's check out how information flows in the expert system based on the pictorial representation. Yes, when an user asks a question through user interface to inference engine. Inference engine start analyzing it. To do this effectively, it refers to the knowledge base which is filled with expert knowledge and fact. This expert knowledge is provided by the specialist who helped in building and updating the system. Using the information from the knowledge base, the inference engine figures out the most appropriate advice or solution to the user. Finally, the system delivers this advice or solution back to the user in a clear and helpful way. Building an expert system involves two-step process. So the first comes communication phase. During this communication phase, a knowledge engineer talks directly to the human expert to gather the necessary information. Once the information is collected, the process moves into the coding phase. In this phase, the engineer writes the expert knowledge into the system. This step is known as coding the knowledge base. After the knowledge is entered, the system is tested by the expert to see if it is providing the correct advice or solutions. Based on the test results, the expert gives feedback and the engineers uses this input to improve and refine the system and making it more accurate and effective. The parameters involved in building the expert system includes domain exploration. So it is about understanding the area where a system operates with valid and usable knowledge. Experts or specialists helps to identify the key objects and their relationship within the domain, which is used to build the knowledge base. The next parameter is expertise transfer. That is transferring the knowledge from the expert to the system and then to the user. The process begins with acquisition. where the system gathers the knowledge from expert or other reliable sources. The next comes a representation, which involves organizing this knowledge in a structured way so the system can understand and use it. Next, inference building phase, where the logical rules and reasoning are developed to allow the system to draw conclusion from the stored information or knowledge. The next comes interface, where the system is designed to interact smoothly with the user, making it easy to ask questions and receive responses. Finally, it comes outcome phase. It delivers the system's final suggestions or solutions based on the information and logic it has processed. The final parameter is meta-knowledge. That is, knowledge about available knowledge is known as meta-knowledge, and it helps to understand how to use the knowledge effectively. It helps to make the system more flexible and generalized by making it domain independent. It supports a general view by organizing in hierarchical structure. That is, the collection of data is known as information, the collection of information is known as knowledge, and the knowledge about available knowledge is called as meta-knowledge. So hope you're clear in expert systems. Thank you all.